Hello, I'm Courtney Alex, and in this video I wanted to workshop a movement called standing tree. Now, it's actually more like a standing meditation than it is a movement, but I like to say movement because it really gets our chi moving and activated. This is a really important practice in medical Qigong. So to start, we're going to make sure that our feet are about hips width apart. We're going to bounce in the knees to get nice, soft knees. You can go ahead and pick up the toes. You'll feel the ball of the big toe, ball of the pinky toe, center the heel planted on the earth. You might rock back in space a little bit, and then you can put your toes down. Next up, we're gonna spiral our knees open a little bit, and you'll kind of start to feel your feet start to grip. And then we're gonna shimmy the tailbone a little bit. I'm exaggerating, but you just wanna feel your tail kind of dipping down to the earth, as though your spine could draw a straight line down. So we're not tucked or arched in our tailbone. Now for the fun part, we're gonna pick our arms up. So it's almost like we're holding a beach ball right to the heart. And I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me. So my arms, my elbows are kind of soft, and I'm actually gonna let them hang down so that my elbows are a little bit below my wrists. Next, I'm gonna sink my chest a little bit. Again, I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me. So it's not a big sink, it just like that. Yeah, so it's almost like I'm hugging the trunk of a tree. And then we're gonna go ahead and fix our head position so that the head, you can tuck the neck, the chin in a little bit toward the neck. And imagine that you had like a marionette string drawing the top of the head up toward the sky. And that's it. We're actually going to stand and hold this. So we'll do a few breaths here. And I'm going to go over the breathing. So let's see if you can inhale into the belly. And if that's too much for today, just make sure that you're breathing deeply. We're going to inhale and exhale out of the nose with this one. Again, let's inhale into the belly. See if you can almost feel the belly expand to all four sides of the body. So the diaphragm is really engaged here. Nice, let's go for one more breath. And then I'm gonna talk a little bit about this movement as we stand and hold this position. Beautiful. So, standing tree is a really nice one for allowing us to start to hold the type of energy, the springtime energy, they might say, that keeps us kind of pushing forward, expanding beyond our edge, growing, creating, all of that. Now, a lot of the time in the West, we are trying to be in this energy all the time, and it's just kind of going all over the place. They say in medical Qigong that it can cause a lot of issues if we're in springtime all the time, right? Imagine what would happen if we were only in spring season all the time without winter, summer, and fall. So when we feel this kind of motivational energy driving us to move, we want to be able to use it at the appropriate time. By the way, if you need to, you can go ahead and shake out and then come back up to this. We're just going to hold for a little bit longer. This should start to feel a little bit tense, right? Where you tend to hold stress and tension in your body. And that's a good thing, because then the body will be like, I don't want to hold that. And it'll start to let it go once we're done this movement. So I'm going to come back to where I was. So a lot of the time we want to grow, we want to expand, we want to motivate, we want to be in creativity all the time, right? Because very often that's what we've been taught to do, especially here in the West. But we can't be in one season all the time. If we are, over time, we're going to feel burnt out and all sorts of other sort of imbalances in our body and also in the experiences in our lives. So one of the things that this movement does, in addition to showing us where we're holding tension in the body, and also helping us to straighten out our spine, by the way, this movement can show us, how to kind of change our behavior so that we're not in springtime all the time. Whenever I'm teaching class, I like to say it's kind of like a ski race, right? Where we want the clock to go 4, 3, 2, 1, and then use our creative energy. And so what this pose does is it helps us to be able to hold that creative energy for when that timer says 1, so then we can channel and harness it properly. And okay, that's enough torture. Let's go ahead and put our arms down. For many of you, that should probably feel pretty good. And then let's close our eyes for a moment, just tuning in to where you feel more strength in your body, more resiliency, and where you feel a little more flow. And then we'll wrap up. So in standing tree, one of the things that we're aiming to do is kind of to become like a really tall, strong tree. Right? So we want to have a strong root system, strong trunk, and the upper body flexible, like flexible branches that don't break in the wind. Instead, they dance in it. So see if you can feel for a little more of that flexibility. Maybe even notice where your body is experiencing tingles or more blood circulation or some other sensation, letting go of tension and tightness and returning back to that soft, supple, flexible feeling. And again, notice where you feel structure and strength. And we'll wrap up there. Let's put our hands over our belly, directing our focus right into our strong center. And thanks so much for joining me. Again, I'm Courtney Alex. You can find more content, including information about how to join me for live online classes and classes live here on Maui. That's on my website, CourtneyAlex.com. And if you like this stuff, please thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.